Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. New Switch games. New Switch games. New Switch games. New Switch games. Hashtag new Switch games. This is February. It's a brand new month. February is here. This is my video talking about the new Nintendo Switch games that you can get in this month starting today. Let's go ahead and begin today's video. How the hell are you guys doing? Comment down below. Hashtag new Switch games. Let's begin. Alright, so February looks like it's going to be a slim pickings month as far as major releases go for the Nintendo Switch. There's not too many huge first-party or third-party games coming out, but there is some decent games coming, and your boy 8-Bit Eric is here today to talk with you guys about what's coming out. So first of all, on my list is one that I actually just basically found out about, and that is Disc Jam. Now, Disc Jam looks like a arcade-style multiplayer game that plays a lot like Log Jammers and Windjammers, where you're kind of in an arena that's a little dodgeball-ish, ping-pong slash, I don't know what the heck it is. It's like a battle environment where you're throwing a disc at each other, and it's like 2-on-2, 1-on-1, 1v1 me, arcade action. It's going to be online multiplayer, which is a good thing. I think the Nintendo Switch needs a lot more arcade multiplayers out there, and this one looks like it's going to be highly competitive, highly action-packed, lots of fun, which is what we need. I'm excited for it. Now, I believe this might have actually been on a couple other consoles as well. Who knows? Nintendo Switch is getting a lot of ports, but this one caught my eye. Has that real good retro 16-bit aesthetic that just captures my eye. There's a lot of customization. What am I trying to say here? Lots of customization options with your characters, different gear, different things that you could put on them and stuff. But the main thing is it looks like a quick-paced, fun sports game that you can play with your friends online. I mean, I don't have friends in real life. Couch co-op's a little hard for me, so building up a match against guys like Wood and RGT85 seems like it's going to be a blast. I absolutely cannot wait to play me a little bit of Disc Jam. This looks like it's going to be my jam. Next up is a platforming game by the name of Dora. I believe I'm pronouncing it right, which is like warrior in some kind of like other culture. Anyways, as I was saying, I wasn't a humanities major in school, but this looks really neat. It's another game that kind of has that retro Metroidvania type of platforming exploration core mechanic in it. You play as Dora, who is the, I guess, titled character in the game, as she explores the land and finds out, you know, different areas, locations, different upgrades, stuff like that, the usual. But you also have some pretty cool abilities that defy gravity a bit. You can zoom and leap and jump and cling on the walls and all sorts of stuff. Another game that has that 16-bit aesthetic. It seems like we're getting a lot of these indies that are like neo retro styled graphics. This one caught my eye just because it looks like it's going to be one of the better polished indie games coming out there. We're starting to get these influx of better indie games coming to Nintendo Switch after the initial launch phase, you know, with all the mobile type of games and, dare I say, shovelware coming at us. Dandaria, I'm sure, I'm confused on the name. Correct me if I'm wrong, comment down below. Tell me how to pronounce it. Come on, punk me out. This game looks like it's going to be high polished, one of the better games on the eShop, and I'm already excited to try it out. I believe this one was also a port on the other ones, but me, I'm a Nintendo Switch guy. I'm going to wait to play some of these games on the Switch. This looks like one that I'm definitely going to sink my teeth into. Next up is Alboy, another Steam game, another indie treasure that's coming out for the Nintendo Switch. Perfect time. You know, this is the, I guess, the second phase of the Nintendo Switch. We're ending the first year, and a game like Alboy that's a good platforming neo-retro game. That's the common theme with all these. Looks like it's going to be perfect for it. It has that cutesy charm. You know, you're an Alboy. You have an owl accompanying you. You use it to your advantage. You explore. I believe this is another type of Metroidvania game. And all around, it just looks like it's going to be a big joy. Another game that I have not experienced personally that I'm definitely looking forward to playing on the Nintendo Switch. I'm sure that this is going to be a critically acclaimed title in the eShop, and it's one that I am definitely looking forward to. It's coming rather soon to the Nintendo Switch library, and I'm quite excited. I mean, what else can I say about Alboy? I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and now I'm going to get to experience it. Steamworld Dig is coming to the Nintendo Switch. I played it on the 3DS. I also reviewed Steamworld Dig 2 that came out just recently on the Switch. I'm a big fan of Steamworld Dig. I literally, when I first played it, I played it for a whole night straight, completely. Didn't take breaks, didn't do nothing. If you don't know, you play as a little mining robot that has to explore underneath the city that he's at. You gain, you know, I guess points and upgrades by turning in the gems that you get gold, all that, lots of exploration elements, upgrades for your character to be able to mine better, and there's a pretty good little underlying story that has a nice little, I guess, cliffhanging ending that leads to the sequel that I just reviewed recently. I think since you have part 2, there's no reason not to have part 1. They're both really well developed games and well worth the price, and I like them. As a matter of fact, I think SteamWorld Dig 1 and 2 should be physical games on the Nintendo Switch. That's how great these games are, and I'm very surprised and pleasantly happy that SteamWorld Dig is making its way to the Nintendo Switch after being on 3DS, Wii U, various different avenues of gameplay. Switch deserves great games like these, and it's finally here. The next game that I'm going to talk about is The Longest 5 Minutes. This actually looks like a rather neat game that doesn't take itself too seriously. It's an old school type of RPG game with a premise of, I guess, a little humorous thing where you're in front of the final boss of the game and you can't remember exactly how you got there. So your adventure is going to involve you using your characters, basically going through exactly even why you're trying to defeat the Demon King. So I'm all about silly RPG games that don't take themselves seriously and actually pay homage to this old school thing. This is another game that kind of uses those really retro graphics, and the trailer itself actually got me pretty hyped up because of its humor, and I really like to laugh, and the Longest 5 Minutes seems like it's going to be a game that is definitely worth checking out. I'm excited for it. Now, we're getting Dragon Quest Builders sent to the Nintendo Switch. I know this came out on PS4. I almost got it. I was watching JKB play it at the time. This is like one of those, you know, crafting type of games that is set like in a really cool little isometric view in the Dragon Quest world. Now, I'm not a big Dragon Quest fan, but I always thought that this game looked really neat and a lot of fun. I could get immersed in games that are like Dragon Quest Builders, and I'm really glad that Square is bringing over this game, and hopefully they port over some of their other games. I know people were tired of ports, but this one did actually kind of well on the PS4, and I believe a lot of people reviewed it and said positive things about it. So hopefully this is a port that is actually good on the Switch. I know the Switch has had a few ports of games that kind of had issues, should we, to be nice and be blunt, like WWE 2K18 not working exactly well. But I could see Dragon Quest Builders being a big hit on the Nintendo Switch just for the portability alone, being able to pick it up and play and just waste some time playing it, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty cute little immersive game. I didn't play it. Like I said, this is another example of a game that I didn't get to experience the first time around, and now that it's coming over to the Switch, I'm going to get my chance to do so. So I'm very excited about that. I'm definitely looking forward to Dragon Quest Builders. Now, the next game actually caught people's attention when it was first announced. I believe it was shown in the Nintendo presentation when they first revealed the Nintendo Switch. Payday II. And people have been like, oh, when's it coming out? When's Payday 2 coming out? This is one of those mature titled games, and it's another port. I mean, Payday 2 was out a while back, I believe, and it was kind of made a big noise when people first saw it coming to the Nintendo Switch. It's coming. Finally in February, after a long delay, it's finally coming. Hopefully, again, just like with Dragon Quest Builders and other ports coming to the Switch, it runs okay. I kind of have, to be honest, a bad feeling about this, that this game's going to be a bad port over to the Nintendo Switch. But if it runs good, it's another game that I didn't get to experience. That's the common theme here. These are games that I missed out on the first go around, and I'm looking forward to checking it out, to doing, I guess, all the violent things that you can do in this game. I'm not really familiar with the Payday series, so forgive me for sounding like a little bit of a noob here. Just pointing out the fact that it's coming out this month, and I get to experience it for the first time. Are you, or have you played it before? Comment down below. Now, last but not least, Bayonetta 1 and 2. Now, this was actually on the Wii U as well, and previously on other consoles as well, but I had the Wii U version. It came in a 2-pack. I believe the Nintendo Switch versions also come in a 2-pack, or at least with one of them on the cartridge and the other one to download, in honor of Bayonetta 3 eventually coming out within the next year. I'm going to get this. I'm going to double dip. I do have it on the Wii U. Played a little bit of it. Didn't get to play it completely through. The Nintendo Switch is my main console of choice right now to play with, so it will get some definite play time and review and streaming time on my Nintendo Switch this year. I'm looking forward to it. I think this was a big heavy hitter. Sure, it's a port. Lots of people are like, really, we're getting Wii U ports? I believe it didn't get enough love on the Wii U. It was a system that just did not sell enough, and being able to move a quality game that has a good fan base like Bayonetta 1 and 2 is a good move on Nintendo's part, because it will sell and it will do good, and people that might not have played it on the Wii U will definitely be checking it out. And I think as far as Nintendo first and third party releases go, and yeah, you know, major titles, Bayonetta is probably the biggest one of February. So that's the one that I'm looking forward to the most. Even though I already own it, yeah, I know, double dipping where the big game's at. But Bayonetta is a great game. Let's be quite honest here. And the fact that Bayonetta 3 is coming over to the Nintendo Switch, it was nice that they put 1 and 2 on the same console so everybody can experience them all together instead of having it on different consoles and everything. So yeah, that was it for my February games that I'm looking forward to in February. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have games that you want to talk about or want me to take a look at, comment down below. Let me know what you're looking forward to this month. I'd like to hear from you guys. And if you're new to the channel, please leave a subscription, comment, like, all that good jazz. Appreciate all of you guys and all the support. Thanks a lot for watching. This is going to be an awesome month for the Nintendo Switch. See you guys later. Peace out.